Hello everyone, welcome back to my reaction videos for The Walking Dead Series 8. My name's Joe, my YouTube channel is Your Average Joe, so welcome, the more the merrier. So let's recap on last week's episodes.
Previously on The Walking Dead.
So last week's episode, for me, was my favourite of the series. It may not be the most action-packed, may not have been the most shocking episode. However, but it's probably one of the most well-acted episodes, possibly in the whole of The Walking Dead. It was very deep, very affecting, very well put together, very well made. A lot of sort of character development, especially regarding the subjects of grief and loss, and also coming to terms with grief and loss, putting it behind you or recognizing it for the first time. And a lot of it revolved around the loss of children, the various characters' children. You had Carol talking about the loss of her child, her daughter, with King Ezekiel, but at the same time going out searching for Henry, who had gone missing, feared dead. And sort of her saving Henry was almost a redemption for, well, the amount of children that she's had to kill in her time, but also for the loss of her own child. Morgan, on the other hand, also went out to try and put an end to the people that had escaped, and put an end to Henry if he was indeed dead. But also it seemed like a revenge attack for the person that killed Henry's brother. By the end of the episode, it seemed as though he almost saw his own son in Henry. I mean, he even said himself to Rick that the reason he saved Rick was because his son was there. You know, he was setting an example. He, at the end of the day, has something to live for. He doesn't feel like he has as much to live for now, but when he had his son with him, he felt the need to help people and to go on. You know, he suffers from mental illness. Hopefully he will be able to get over that. He's got the support network with all his friends and the community he's with. However, it's difficult to get any real help with any mental illness in a show that deals with an apocalyptic nature where there's not that professional help network anymore. So you had Jadis, who was going to torture Negan, who was going to kill him by the looks of it, for everything he took away from her, her loss, her grief of her whole community being wiped out, and the last remnants of her sanity, the last remnants of her life, which were just the photos, were all she had left. Negan, on the other hand, went into detail with Jadis about the loss of his wife and the fact that his baseball bat Lucille, was named after his wife, which does not surprise me. He seems to be treating that bat, the baseball bat, almost like a human being, like a wife. So that's sort of, I mean, I wasn't expecting it, but I wasn't surprised by it. And obviously Negan didn't know about what had happened. Jadis eventually ended up letting Negan go free, but not before Negan got to see that clearly she has a lot more to offer. She's got a lot more secrets behind her. Not only is she living actually quite a nice, decent life in converted, storage containers, so to speak. So they weren't just all living in the trash. They probably talked normally as a community to themselves, but when anyone from the outside came in, they deliberately played dumb. But Negan got to see a helicopter. Clearly the community is much wider, has a much wider outreach, and there's a lot of secrets. It was hinted at before that there's a helicopter pad and maybe a research facility, so I reckon we'll see more of that in the next series. I'm wondering if the strange knowledge lady that has all the books and was training in the last couple of episodes ago, I'm wondering if she is part of that community, but I don't know. You had Rick and Michonne dealing with the grief of losing Carl. Michonne read her letter, but Rick still hadn't read his letter by that point. The end of this episode he was reading the letter, so he decided to start reading the letter. I don't understand why he waited till this long. He read Negan's, but he never read his own. I'm guessing he was just holding on to Carl that bit longer. Reading the letter would have just meant he would have to move on with his life without Carl, and he didn't really want to move on at that time. So, you know, I can understand it must be a painful thing to, you know, it would be a painful thing to go through, but you have to move on eventually. And reading that letter as the last thing that Carl ever wrote, really, yeah, it had to have been done eventually. So that obviously got done at the end of the last episode. We didn't get to see what it has said, but oh well. Yeah, it's dealing with a lot of loss and a lot of heartbreak, but it was a very good episode. I mean, it was very well written. Rosita went off to find Eugene. I sort of saw this coming a mile off. As Eugene's the only bullet maker, and the bullets are what, you know, it started infecting the hilltop. They have to take out the bullet maker. So whether Eugene's going to die by the end of the series, I don't know, or whether they're going to kidnap him. Maybe he'll redeem himself, but I have a feeling it's too late for him to redeem himself. If he doesn't kill himself with his alcohol drinking, he's going to end up getting killed. And Negan, after being released by Jadis, and obviously Jadis told him that Simon was responsible for killing all of them, even though that explicitly went against what Negan wanted Simon to do, just to scare them, but he wanted to keep the trash people as trade partners. So the shit is going to hit the fan. He's just turned up at the gate where Simon and the rest of Negan, the rest of the Saviours are. So I reckon there's going to be a big confrontation and maybe a lot of torture in this next episode. We'll find that out. So yeah, overall I love that episode, and I can't wait for this one. I reckon this one's going to be a bit more intense, maybe a little bit of action, as the last one was a slow build episode. So let's see what happens. Henry was alive, which surprised me. Sorry, fly. So let's get on with this episode. This is season 8, episode 15.
You see, I need my
There's going to be a bit of Eugene in this episode then. Oh, so they are going to show his letter then. Oh.
I remember school and going to the movies and Friday night pizza and cartoons.
So it's now
and
time
grandma
for
and
Rick to
grandpa
move
and
on.
Church,
He
those
needs to move on with his
summer
life.
barbecues
And
and
this
kiddie
is
pool you got me.
This is closure.
I used that at the prison. You told me about the walks we take when I was 3. You holding my hand around the neighborhood all the way to Ross's farm. I didn't know that I remembered them, but I do. Because I see the sun and the corn and that cow that walked up to the fence and looked me in the eye. And you told me about all that stuff, but it isn't just that stuff, it's how I felt. Holding your hand, I felt happy and special. I felt safe. Getting a job and maybe a family, being an adult, but growing up is making yourself and the people you love safe. As safe as you can, because things happen. They happened before. You were shot before things went bad. Kind of felt like things went bad because you were shot. I want to make you feel safe, Dad. I don't think they will surrender. There are workers in there, Dad.
Kill Negan.
They're just regular people.
There'll always
Old
be
people,
more.
young people, families. You don't want them to die, Dad.
I get what
We're
you're
so
saying.
close to starting everything over, and we have friends now. So if they won't end it, you have to. You have to give them a way out. You have to find peace with Negan. Find a way forward somehow. We don't have to forget what happened, but you can make it so that it won't happen again. That nobody has to live this way. That show everyone that they can be safe again without killing.
I wish that would
They
work.
can feel safe again. That it can go back to being birthdays and school and jobs.
But I fear it's too late for that
Even
now.
Friday night pizza somehow.
I don't think Negan or
Also,
Simon
3-year-old holding hands. Make
would
that
agree
come
to
back.
that, ever.
And go on those walks with Judith. She'll remember them.
And even if
I
Rick
love you.
decides to, he'll end up having to fight Negan and other groups because they'll attack him. I wish in an ideal world that would work. But there's no chance of that working now. I think it's too late. It's too late. Things have gone too far. What's she going for Negan's letter? She... Yeah, okay. She's got to deliver Negan his letter. I mean, Negan knows that he was written a letter, but he doesn't know what's in it, so... Yeah. I honestly don't think that'll sway him. I think it's too late for that now. So I think it might show more. It might show more that he's got a heart, and he might decide to make a couple of different decisions. But he's still gonna set out to take out Rick. I don't think the peace is going to be achieved at all.
I came back here to make amends.
Oh my God, Gregory!
You look like an ass.
Fuck yourself. You are an ass. Oh my God.
Juice and momentum.
You're just going to run back to Alexandria when things don't go well here again.
They had it. They did it.
You're such a coward.
I didn't know. And yes, we gave it.
I hope Gregory leaves this season. He's just, I can't take it anymore.
I'm Negan.
Simon has to go as well. Can't stand him.
You're the man now.
I am.
Ugh. Blech.
I knew it.
Make me feel sick.
Negan was a big personality, I get it, but too unconventional.
You are trash.
Pulled his punches.
Exactly.
How can Simon not see through him? He's more transparent than a pane of glass.
I can't be seen going easy on you. It's ended, Gregory.
No! I've achieved too much.
Choosing the wrong time to be a hero here.
Too much for it to end like this. I've lost myself to the bow, seen through the storm, and I have been reborn.
Wrong person to rant at.
And it's not going to end with me wandering off into the wilderness with my dick in my hand.
Yes, it will.
I put things together when everything fell apart. And I can
No, you
do it
didn't.
again. I will do it again. And so who the hell are you to tell
Ooh.
me I'm done?
Who the hell are
You
you?
think you have the juice? Well, I am the juice.
Bye bye.
What?
So stupid. Undeniably stupid.
Do you make coffee?
Best in the land.
It's going to regret that decision straight away.
And see where it goes.
And you want to see these in this episode?
I got it.
How can anyone ever act surprised about seeing someone do that? That forest is far from thick. How could they not see? No one ever sees anyone in these thinly sparse forests. Even from a meter away, it makes no sense.
We made our choice. He wants to die in the woods, hoping we change our minds.
He'll convince
Choose
you.
your choice.
He'll convince you.
Find yourself some water.
And I love how Eugene always sounds like he's talking to himself, even if he is talking directly to someone. It's like he's in his own world. He's getting pretty scary now. It's like Gregory. I dislike him as much as Gregory. A bit less.
Somehow managed
It's all about himself
to avoid the consequences of Simon finding out how short we are.
at the expense of everyone else. He's intelligent, but he will do anything he takes to survive for himself.
No,
Let everyone else
put that
die.
mask back on now.
I feel it's too late for Eugene.
The fact remains you're packing pathogens that can stain with the sneeze, making it imperative that you maintain your PPE at all times.
He cannot
Like
redeem
this,
himself.
And hold it in your hand.
I do feel sorry for Gabriel. What, he's blind? He's forced to make weapons now, against his will.
Feel it.
I don't want any of my people to die.
If you cannot accept the word of your people now, you may as well cut to the chase and chew the next bullet coming off that line.
I think go to hell.
No. It's not what I want.
Gabriel could have sent you there.
I don't want to help you.
I do fear death. And all this, maybe this is just his way of showing me that I haven't changed. Like showing me that I'm still the same person who locked my parishioners out so long ago. Still the same scared animal, doing what I must to survive, just like you.
Try not to cry too loud.
Eugene.
I'll go outside and
No.
test fire some of these rounds that you didn't compromise with your chicanery.
Hope by the end of this series, Eugene, Gregory, Simon, my 3 most hated people, at least one of them dies. I'll be happy. Simon doesn't have a heart. At least Negan has remnants. Ooh, some remnants of a heart there. Wow. I knew they were coming for him. And they're going to kidnap him. They're not going to kill him. Oh. Negan's back.
Surprised to see me. Give me a hand with this, will you?
Oh, don't kill Dwight. Negan's become much darker now, but after Simon's betrayed him, he's going to be a lot tougher on his own people now, I think.
I thought they killed you.
Here we
And
go.
you were gone, like that.
Polishing his wife.
I'll make it up to you. I promise you that.
It's not going to happen. That's what he did to the trash people. Yeah. Good luck.
No, I remember when I took this place. This boy.
Choose your death now.
I'm gonna need you on your knees.
Good old-fashioned head bashing. That's what it's come to. Don't fuck with Negan.
There isn't.
Oh, he's gonna make a move. He'll do something.
All is forgiven.
What?
Cheers up.
What? No. I don't believe him. I don't believe you. There's no way you're forgiving him after what he did to trash people. And to try to take over you, which you're going to find out soon enough. Try to take over the Saviours. No. I don't believe you. You haven't forgiven him. There's no way. No bloody way.
We plink their asses every time one of them tries to poke their head out. Sometimes right in front, sometimes from a mile away. But every
Very medieval tactic.
goddamn time.
Starve them out.
Tomorrow afternoon,
Stop them from
I'm going
leaving.
to take a 10-head team to this spot.
In terms of Eugene, who does anything he can for his own survival.
I
There we
can't
go.
help but suspect that the reason I'm being taken alive is despite.
Keep going.
Eugene, such a coward like Gregory, misuses his power when he has power. He has no power
Shut up.
with Rick's group, which is why he revels so much with Negan and the Saviours, because he's been given power and responsibility. Unfortunately, he uses that against his friends, or his once friends.
the bullet, it was to save your life. Rick's the one who pushed us all to take the Saviors home. He's the one who jumped headlong into this shitstorm with no waiters.
You're selfish. And you're a coward. And you're a traitor. You turned your back on the only friends you ever had. Shooting you in the head right here would actually make the world a better place.
This is not going to make him feel like he wants to belong with you again.
We're not gonna kill kill you, not because we give a rat's ass about you. We just
That's
need
not what
you
you want.
there. We're gonna stick you in the darkest hole we can find, and the only time you'll see the light of day is when we need you to teach us how to do something. So don't worry, you'll get what you want, you'll live. But we're gonna force you to do something useful with your pathetic life.
Oh, that face. No. Eugene's playing them. Eugene's pretending to be all scared and emotional when he isn't. Eugene is now completely beyond help. He's going to use his intelligence against them, I fear. But he's going to end up getting himself killed, I hope. He's too far gone. Yep. So Simon is still going against Negan. It's the end for you, Simon. Bye-bye.
So this is it. Everything he's extracted from you. Think about it. Don't you know what you have to do?
What are you going to do, Simon?
You have to meet us in the courtyard after rounds, and we begin what's next.
I would have sided with Negan.
Right?
Negan at least knows about consequences. Simon goes all in gun-ho without thinking.
Right.
Neither of them are good people.
Yes, my boy.
But Negan has a slither of a heart compared to Simon's lack of a heart. Which is Negan's weakness. Simon doesn't have that weakness. His weakness is stupidity.
I got it. Watch him.
Yeah, watch him, Vegeta. You're just standing next to him. You're not watching him! You're watching Daryl! You're just standing there behind you. Come on. He's gonna end up trying to run. What's he gonna do? He's got something in his pocket. What? No. Fuck! What the actual fuck? Oh my god. What was all that about? The what? I mean, seriously. Well, it caught her off guard. Well, she was bloody off guard to begin with. That's disgusting, but what the hell? She just stood there and like, ew, that's so gross. But run away for like 10 seconds and then I'll chase you.
Let him get back to them. If you see him, blow that pig's head off.
I mean, what was... How stupid of them to not get guard of him. There's no way he would have got in that pile of ashes that quickly without them noticing he wasn't lying there. But he's got the intelligence. You need to watch him because he's intelligent. And he's probably more dangerous, like I was saying, he's more dangerous than Negan than any others. He makes the weapons. He pretty much gives Negan all his plans. Eugene is arguably the most dangerous person that Rick has to come up against. And they just let him get away. I mean, a bit of vomit, and oh yeah, just let him run away. I wasn't expecting that. I said this earlier, how do they not see the walkers coming? It's daylight, the forest is very sparse, you can see things from a mile off through that forest. It's not dense. The only thing that's dense are the people in this show sometimes. You're not going to find that weapon now, you've dropped it. Good branch, yeah, stick. The old zombie Walking Dead cliche of holding a stick or a weapon in front of you and they can't reach you because that stick's in the way. Bash the head in, good choice. I hope they're watching this, I hope they see how much effort he's putting in to persuade them. This would be the moment.
You were waiting.
Tanya's death. But it's really the Saviors. What they did to you. What they turned you into. It's their fault. You hide. You don't trust. You don't live the life the way you want to because of them. They're gonna keep on hurting you. Unless you do one thing. Fight.
I think they're convinced. I can see it. We're in agreement? Yeah. Here we go. But how stupid is this? Negan could literally be standing on the roof or watching out the doorway. Negan could be watching.
Talk about approaches and finesses,
Stupid.
but you are in.
That's saying he's a stupid person.
No takebacks.
Negan will end up killing him.
We call a meeting. And that's it. The next order of business is to set the break to start the healing. The catalyzing event to facilitate that is the destruction of the hilltop, and its residents will make it a monumental
Banging on
Sorry,
about destroying the hilltop. You fucked up the first time, you fuck up the second time. Told you you could be watching. And Dwight told him about Simon.
I'll take it from here.
You are
3,
gone. Bye bye.
2, 1.
Is he going to burn him or something like Dwight? Public execution? To get everyone on Negan's side, I'm guessing.
Let us know that I didn't want this. But the
You're like a
right
one-on-one
order
fight.
must stand. This is not the man to prosecute this conflict. Just wanted to say.
A grateful enclave.
Nope, straight into it. It's a fist fight to the death. This is a serious, like, Brienne versus the Hound shit. Damn. Yep. Negan's gonna win. He can't not win. That's the end of Simon.
Get out of here now.
That person over there, they're facing towards you. Why are you that stupid?
Tomorrow. It's the only
Bad timing. What makes you think Gregory is going to do anything for you? You think Gregory's going to give that to Rick? You're going to get about himself.
He went for it all.
But then maybe that's another way of covering a favour
Saviors killed.
with the hilltop.
And then you ran away.
Stupid to do it right now.
Not showing up
Ooh.
too many times. Those people, they are always gonna know that there's a loophole.
Not the devil's
A way
expecting.
to escape. They are always gonna be looking for that chance to push back. So now, I gotta kill all of them. Just like I'm gonna kill you.
That's some intense shit. Ugh. Okay. Wow. Can't say I'm not satisfied a little. Did he actually do it then? He actually gave the map.
Such a damn shame to waste. On my back like some kind of ridiculous worm. Flaming on chilling me.
So when does it, it's not going to be that simple.
Crush the guy's throat. Yeah.
But Gregory just wants to
No, it's bad for Simon.
get out of that cage, doesn't he?
It's good for you. I know we've had our ups
And now
and
Simon's
downs.
gone, he's not going to get the life he wants
I've always been able to count on you.
with the Saviors.
So,
Congratulations. You are my new right-hand man. That is, if you accepted a promotion. I do.
Maybe
You know how to finish.
Negan must know something. He can't be
Don't sell yourself short.
this
You already have.
clueless for this long about Dwight. Oh, I remember her. Shit, when they were attacking the
You look surprised, right?
he shot at them, didn't he?
Yeah, see, I found it on the side of the road.
Ah,
Laura, why don't you tell
she was the
me
person in
what
the
you
car.
told me?
That night in Alexandria, he turned on us.
Yeah, I
Killed
remember
our
that.
team.
I thought she was dead.
I ran, and I kept on running.
You all did, I'm
I was
sure.
hurt. But what kept me alive was the thought of getting back here and
Oh
exposing you for the scum
no!
weasel you are.
Not Dwight. Shit. Well, at least he got the map to them in time, but that's not. Dwight's gone. He's
It all makes
finished.
sense now. See, I knew that I could count on you to deliver my plan to Rick. My brilliant, if I do say so myself, fake-ass plan.
Ah. No.
You used Gregory for that, right?
Fuck. I knew he was fucking stupid to do it out in the open as well.
You got yourself a little delivery boy.
Ah, damn it. It always happens.
Deliver all of that intel to Rick and the Piss Patrol that's gonna lead them directly into the line of fire. Mighty boy, I got plans for you.
Oh, that does not sound good. Ah, God. What? No! Ah! They lost him completely and he made it back. What the
Any preparations to defend this
stupid.
place in case of another incursion?
We'll need the bullet order filled by
Refuse to do
tomorrow
it. Please. Show some heart somewhere. You've got it in there somewhere. I've seen it before with Tasha.
Kindly convey to Negan my personal congratulations on the occasion of his return.
And assure him that his request will be fulfilled in its entirety and on time.
Ah, God damn it.
That's right.
You're beyond help, Eugene. You're gonna die.
Scotch my talk of a bare minimum. No sirs and madams. We shall rise to the occasion with the ammunition. We will blow them away with every trigger pull they require. We shall. We will. Oh, trick now, colleagues. We will change Savior history evermore.
Unless Gabriel stops you, which I hope he will. He's going to sacrifice himself to stop Eugene. Or to stop the bullets. Something. Damn it. Hungry much? That's quite a... Simon makes a funny walker there.
He wrote you a letter. And I'm delivering it because that's what he wanted.
Well, I can't promise not to kill the messenger.
Just shut up and listen.
I'm just going to read it out. Let's see if this makes a difference. I don't think it's going to make a difference. We'll see.
Maybe you'll meet us. If you do, it'll just be someone else to fight. The way out is working together. It's forgiveness. It's believing that it doesn't have to be a fight anymore. Because it doesn't.
It's too late.
I hope my dad offers you peace.
And he doesn't.
I hope you take it.
He didn't offer peace.
I hope everything can change. It did for me. Start over. You still can.
Rick's made it clear it's not going to happen.
All this, there is no getting out of it now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't accept your surrender if you came to me on your knees. See, winning isn't about beating you. Winning is about killing every last one of you. No more talk.
Right, so what can I say about that? Wow, that was that was a really interesting episode, actually. It wasn't like last week's, which was more. Last week's episode was deeper. It was more affecting, and we learned a lot about the characters and how it dealt with loss and grief. And there's a lot of character development. One of my favourite episodes this week, however, as expected. I mean, it wasn't as action-packed as I was expecting it to be. I thought it'd be a complete shitstorm regarding Simon and Negan. I thought lots more would happen. However, it was a decent episode. It was definitely more thrilling. It was a very frustrating episode, though, I have to admit. Eugene, I think, is beyond help now, as far as I'm concerned. He's now just play acting. He pretends to be a coward. He pretends to be scared with... he pretends to be a coward. He pretends to be scared with Rosita. But that angry face he pulled when he was leaving, he's just acting to save his skin. And yes, he's intelligent enough to get away. He knows Rosita well enough to know how she's going to react to things, I'm guessing. Maybe he knew that if he vomited on her, she was going to freeze, which I don't understand what happened with her. She just stood there and did that. And he escapes. It was a highly unlikely escape that he managed to get through. It's a bit frustrating. I don't know how that happened. But I think that if he's not shot and killed or kidnapped by Rick and the others again, by Rosita, then he's going to end up having to die. And it might be Gabriel that's going to end up killing him. He might sacrifice himself to stop the bullets going into production, to stop the bullets from leaving where they need to leave, or to kill Eugene himself, who has all the knowledge about making them. But I think time is up, unfortunately, for both of them to, in a good way for Gabriel, in a bad way. Gabriel will leave on positive terms, Eugene on not so positive terms. I think Gregory, unfortunately, will probably survive the next series because he's very protectionist. He knows how to protect himself and to continue to be a coward and to continue to be stupid, or to play stupid. He's actually highly intelligent as well. This is a very, it's an episode on all the intelligent people. He pretends to be stupid, but he is actually really intelligent. He's definitely a coward, although he stood up to Simon, which was the worst person to stand up to be honest with you. I'd rather he stood up to Negan. But he obviously went back to take the map so that he could eventually be trusted enough to, have his freedom again. Whereas he knew as soon as he went to where Simon was, and as soon as Simon was killed, he wasn't going to get the freedom there. He's just going to be making coffees the rest of his life. It's more of a prison. He would rather spend time in a temporary prison, temporary concentration camp, so to speak, at the hilltop, than actually, so that he can eventually be trusted enough to leave. So I knew Negan wasn't going to pander to Carl's letter. At the end of the day, Carl pleaded with his own father for peace with Negan, and Rick himself refused that. So what's to make Negan decide he suddenly wants peace? It was never going to happen, I'll be honest. I was expecting a bigger standoff between not only Simon, but maybe some of the other people that were with him. But it was like a fight, effectively a fight to the death, fisticuffs. It was a really good way of showing his strength and his dominance for Negan by having a public fight that ended up with humiliation for Simon and being strangled to death. It showed his strength as a leader, but also is public. Everyone got to see, do not mess with Negan. So that was, it's understandable the way he did it, because of lots of people having doubts about Negan, and he wanted to show them that, Simon isn't the leader you want. I'm going to kill him. Let's get on with work again. I was wondering who the person he picked up was. I wasn't expecting it to be her. I was thinking possibly maybe it is Dwight's girlfriend, or You never know. Sorry, his ex-wife. But no, it wasn't. It was that woman who I've forgotten her name, the woman with the barcode tattoo. It's just really unfortunate that, she's like the one to survive out of all of them, and she was the one that saw him turn on the rest of the group at Alexandria, which is really frustrating. So I think that Dwight's going to be tortured. He might sacrifice himself again for Rick and the group, but he might not get the chance to do that at the end of the day. He's not going to be killed. Negan said so himself. Tortured, I presume. Someone gets comeuppance. I'm glad one of the three that I don't want to live any longer at the moment was taken out, which is a good thing. The two stupid, highly intelligent, stupid, cowardly, fake characters are still in there, so hopefully one of them at least will get the comeuppance in the next one. I think it possibly might be Eugene. We'll see. Another interesting dynamic. So I was wondering when once again forgotten their names, but the forest tribe of all female soldiers. It looks like they've changed their mind and they're going to go and come to the Hilltop's aid. Hopefully, once again in this next episode, they're going to come and they're going to show up with their big haul of guns, and they've got great knowledge on how to survive and how to stay hidden as well, because they managed to stay hidden from Negan that long. He's not expecting them to come. He doesn't know they exist as far as I'm aware. So this is going to be a big thing for Rick and the group. I'm not sure we'll see that other group again. I mean, it's going to be a mix of two things. Only two people will come to help, I think, and that's the one group, the all-female tribe. But also, possibly Jadis might have a role to play in the next episode. We know that clearly she's got secrets. She's hiding. Her and the trash people have lived, actually a more normal life than we were led to believe originally. I think amongst themselves they talk normally, and they have their own sleeping quarters, which are actually quite modern looking in the storage containers. They weren't just living in the trash. To outsiders, they played dumb, they played stupid, because they, at the end of the day, wanted to keep their control and to have the upper hand. Didn't quite work out for them, obviously. But Jadis, as we can see, with the Negan knows this as well now, but with the helicopter coming and Jadis calling it down, and the previous mention of a helipad and maybe like a research facility of some sort, I think the trash people group was a faction of another group, basically. So that'll be an interesting concept, whether we'll see them in the next episode. I think they're going to turn up in the next series, along with the creepy trio of ladies that give knowledge for trades. I have a feeling that she is not to be trusted. She might be the next villain after Negan's gone, we'll see. But she comes across as, as a good person, always like a charity worker or some sort of Christian help group. But there's seriously something a lot more sinister going on there, from what I can tell from the atmosphere, the way she was speaking to Maggie and the rest of the group that she met. I think we'll see her and the other two and her group later on the next series, but probably not in the next episode, as it's the last episode. Next episode will be action-packed, and we'll get a couple of big deaths, I think. I want to say Gabriel is going to be a death, but I think he's going to die for the right reasons. I don't think Eugene's going to die. I'd like him to, but I think Gabriel definitely will, and I think Dwight will also die. They're the main characters that I think will die. I don't think any of the other main characters will die, but we'll see. Obviously, yeah, we'll have to see. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you agree with any of my comments, any of my predictions, whether you agree with them or disagree, comment in the box below. Make sure you like and subscribe. The more subscribers I get, the more content I'll be able to deliver. So hopefully you enjoyed this. There'll be more TV series coming soon to react to. And well, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.